Most gifted people go their whole life not knowing it. Not because they didn't care, because nobody ever told them. You probably grew up thinking you feel things too deeply. You can't sit still. You think too much. People told you to calm down, stop overthinking, just be normal. And slowly, you started believing them. But those weren't problems, they were signs. Here are 10 signs you've always been gifted, and nobody ever told you. Sign 1. Always asking why. Most people hear something and just move on. You can't do that. You need to know why. Why it works, why it happened, why people do what they do. Someone gives you an answer and your brain is already asking the next question. People around you get tired of it. They tell you to just accept things, but you never could. That's not a problem. That's your mind working at a level most people never reach. Sign 2. Never feels done. You finish something, others say it's great, but you look at it and all you see is what's wrong, what's missing, what could be better. You go back and fix it, then fix it again. It never feels quite right. People think you're being too hard on yourself, but the truth is, your mind can see a better version that nobody else can even imagine. That's not a flaw. That's how gifted people think. Sign 3. Can't switch off. Your body is tired, but your brain is still going. You lie down at night and the thoughts just keep coming. Something someone said 3 days ago, a problem you haven't solved yet, a conversation you keep replaying. People tell you to just relax, but you can't just turn it off like a switch. That's not anxiety. That's a mind that never stops working, even when you want it to. Sign 4. Always the outsider. You're in a room full of people and you still feel alone. Not because you're shy, not because you're unfriendly, just because something always feels slightly off. Like everyone else got a manual you never received. You've tried to fit in. You've smiled, gone along, played the part. But deep down, you always knew you were a little different. That feeling isn't something wrong with you. It's a sign your mind operates on a different level. Sign 5. Never satisfied. You get what you wanted, and for a moment it feels good. Then it fades. Fast. And you're already thinking about what's next. People around you have no idea why you can't just be happy with what you have. But it's not about being ungrateful. Your mind is always moving forward, always searching for something more, something better. Most people call that restless, but that drive, that constant push, is exactly what sets gifted people apart. Sign 6. Notices everything. You walk into a room and you pick up on things most people completely miss. The way someone's mood shifted, the small detail that doesn't add up, the thing nobody said but everyone felt. It's always been like that. You notice too much. You feel too much of what's happening around you. People think you're oversensitive, but you're not oversensitive. You're just more aware than most people will ever be. Sign 7. Always questioning. You don't just accept things the way they are. You question them. Why is this the rule? Who decided this was the right way? Does this actually make sense? It's not that you're difficult or trying to cause problems. Your brain just can't accept something simply because everyone else does. That kind of thinking makes people uncomfortable sometimes. But it's also the same thinking that leads to the biggest breakthroughs. Gifted people have always been the ones who ask the questions others were afraid to ask. Sign 8. Connects the dots. Two things that seem completely unrelated to everyone else make perfect sense to you. You hear something in one place and instantly connect it to something totally different. People look at you like you made a giant leap. But for you, it was obvious. You just saw the link. That ability to connect things others can't see, that's not luck. That's how gifted minds process the world. Faster, deeper, and in ways most people simply aren't wired for. Sign 9. Goes all in. When something catches your attention, you don't do it halfway. You go completely in. You read everything about it. You think about it all day. You lose track of time. People around you wonder how you can focus like that. But here's the thing, you can't do that with everything, only the things that truly matter to you. And when something doesn't interest you, you can barely get started. That's not laziness. That's how a gifted mind works. It needs something real to hold on to. Sign 10. All or nothing. For you, there is no middle ground. You either care deeply or you don't care at all. You're either fully in or completely out. People see that and think you're extreme, too much, too intense. But you can't fake interest. You can't pretend to care about something that means nothing to you. And when you do care, you give everything, every bit of energy you have. Most people never experience that kind of commitment. That's not a personality problem. That's one of the rarest things about a gifted mind. Here's the truth. Being gifted never felt like a gift. It felt like being too much for some people and not enough for others. It felt like never quite fitting in, like your brain never gave you a break. But those things you spent years thinking were problems, they were never problems. They were signs. Signs that your mind works in a way most people never will. So if you saw yourself in these signs, now you know. You always were the gifted one. Nobody just told you. Drop your number in the comments. How many of these are you? And if someone in your life needs to hear this, send it to them right now.